Hello guys, again this is Michael Cheek for mikesguitarlessons.com. Again, if you want to email me, my email address is feedback@mikesguitarlessons.com. Now today we're going to start with Lay Down by Priestess. This song, where I'm going to play it actually, well first I should say, this song is tuned down. I believe it's tuned down a half step. Yeah, I think it's tuned down a half step from, if memory serves me correctly. And that means that you're going to tune all your strings lower. I didn't do that here because most of you guys probably have your guitars in standard tuning, so I don't want you to have to tune your guitars down just to have the lesson. So I've got my guitar in standard tuning. Just know that if you want to play along with the song, you can play the same notes, but you're going to have to tune down a half step on each string if you're going to sound correct when you play along with it. Okay, now I'm also going to play the song down here at the bottom of the neck. You could play the notes up higher on the neck, but I actually like to do it this way so that some people just starting out can play this beginning riff a little bit easier and not have to wait so long to actually start playing a song like this. So I've got a lot of distortion on the guitar. This would probably be better on a Les Paul style guitar, but this is the guitar I like to teach on. So the only thing you really have to worry about as far as effects on the amplifier you're using or pedals you're using is a lot of distortion and maybe a little reverb too. Alright, it's going to sound like this, your tone. Alright, let me play the song a little bit. Okay, now that's the little intro that I'm going to show you, at least part of that. So I want to get you through this main riff. Now we've got power chords and then a lot of pull-offs and hammer-ons in the song, but all our chords are going to be power chords. So we're going to start off with that. Our first chord we play is an E power chord, and what you're going to do is use your first finger to play the second fret on the A string. Okay, playing this note. Alright, let me change that view a little bit. There we go. Second fret on the A string and then open on the E string. Okay? You're going to strum that twice. Okay, I'm just strumming those two strings. Okay, so open on the E string, second fret on the A. Then you're going to lift your finger off that A string so that you can play it open, and then you're going to hammer in the second fret. Okay? Like that. So, okay, after you hammer in the second fret, then you're going to play open on the G string. That's the third string from the bottom, if you can't see it. Okay? So, okay? Alright, now after you play that, then you're going to go to an A power chord. What that is open on the A string, fifth string from the bottom, and then second fret on the D string. Use your first finger for that one. Those are the only two notes you play right there. So make sure you mute the E string with your thumb and the other strings with your first finger. With this much distortion on our sound, it can easily get out of hand if you have extra notes ringing that you don't mean to. Okay, so you're going to play that power chord twice. Remember, open on the A, second fret on the D. So far we've got, okay, one more time so you can see my left hand close up. Alright, now after you play that, then I want you to go back to second fret on the A string and play that note. Pluck the string, but as soon as you do, I want you to pull off. Okay? Just like that. So you're going second fret and then pulling off to open. And then you put your finger back down on it and pluck it again. Okay? Okay, so Alright, Now, I really cover up the guitar neck here. When I'm teaching you, sometimes I like to come straight in and not have my hand in the way, but when I do that, the notes tend to ring a little too much. So when you see me play it, I'll kind of cover up all the other strings so that they don't play on accident. Okay? Now, after you've gotten that far, use your first finger. Well, I like to use my first finger again, and I press down the 2nd fret on the G string. That's the 3rd string from the bottom. I pluck that note, and then I pull off to open. Okay? So, okay? Then I play 2nd fret on the A string again. So, 2nd fret on the A string. Then I play open on the G again. G string is the 3rd string from the bottom. Then I play 2nd fret on the A again. Then I play open on the A. Okay? After that, you just have a few power chords. So let's go through that slowly again. Here's my right hand, close up. Okay, one more time. Okay. Now, after you play that, you just finished it off with some power chords. I like to have a pretty full sound here, so I'm actually using that extra note you can add, that octave you can add into a power chord. But you just play this right here, and then you start it over. Okay, so what I'm playing is, after I played that whole riff I showed you, you go 3rd fret on the thick E string, playing that note, and then 5th fret with your 3rd finger on the A string. Okay, that's your power chord. If you wanted to, you can add that octave with your pinky on the 5th fret of the D string and just slide it, keep it right next to your 3rd finger. But your power chord, you really only have to have those 2 notes. You strum that chord twice, just those 2 notes. Make sure you mute all the others under here so they're not ringing. Okay, so then you slide up to, well, you don't slide the chord, but you go up to the 5th fret on the E string and the 7th fret on the A string. Okay, so there's 5th fret and 7th fret. Strum that chord once, and then you go back down to start the riff over. Okay. Well, I messed it up. You know, all that stuff getting out of the verse, I'm not as much worried about here, but just so you know, I'll show you real quick. And the last time you play that, when you're going to go into the verse of the song, instead of going with those power chords like that, you play this. And then you go to a E power chord. So you play 3rd and 5, I guess like this, then 2nd and 4th, and 1st and 3rd, and then the E power chord, open and 2nd, and then chuck 4 times. Remember, chucking is muting with your left hand and strumming with your right hand. Okay, so like that. Okay, now that's the song. I'm about to run out of time, so I want to go ahead and stop it. But again, if you want the other videos, I'm going to finish this whole song, including both parts of the solo, at www.mikesguitarlessons.com. If you have questions about this, if I confused you at all, email me at feedback@mikesguitarlessons, and I'll be happy to answer your email.